haven't needed them up to this point, so why have them now?
I think I'm going to move up and down more.
Who does she think she is? You come to a new station, surely you're going to have a look around, see how everything works before you start changing everything. There you go.
I'm a heathen, remember?
Joe, what am I supposed to do with this?
Oh, thanks. Ben, you guys ready? Right. Welcome, everybody, to the first readout. I think you're going to find this a really useful innovation. First up, we've got a report of car parts going missing from a St David's garage. According to crime reports...
Morning.
PJ.
Hi. Hi.
G'day. Yeah, according to crime reports, I think it could be a link to some car thefts a couple of weeks ago.
She did tell you about it.
We also got a call first thing about a sus loiterer out near the... PJ.
That's me.
You're welcome to join in, you know. It could be to your advantage as well as ours to liaise more closely with CRU.
We'll catch up for a coffee later.
Yeah, the point is that everyone gets briefed at the same time.
Mount Thomas Police and your Detective Hasham.
Jack, if you could get out there and get a description, that'd be great. At least we know who we're looking for. I also reassured them that we'd swing by at regular intervals just to, you know, keep a presence up. And,
We've got an assault at the dog track. Some girl reckons some guy's beating up her dad.
Ben, you and Joe take that, please.
On our way. Jack, let us know if we miss anything, eh?
Well, looks like we'd better continue later.
Donnelly.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Nasty looking cat.
Yeah, I'll live. Crystal shouldn't have called you.
So what happened?
Tripped up, basically. Nothing, no drama.
You're Crystal?
Yeah,
So you called the station?
Yeah, she saw a bit of blood and panicked.
yeah.
You said someone was beating your dad up.
I got it wrong.
Yeah, look, thanks for the lift, but, you know, I'll be fine.
Oh, it's not a problem, Mr. Donnelly. We'll just find you a doctor, eh?
Yeah, hang on a minute. You'll be all right, darling.
Okay, I'll be fine.
You'll be right.
Yeah.
So can you tell me exactly what happened?
Well, Dad usually takes Millie. That's our greyhound. Anyway, Dad usually takes her training first thing in the morning. I usually go for a run after breakfast and come down to join him.
Well, you live close to the track, do you?
Not far, Trelawney Road. Anyway, I got down there and saw Dad all covered in blood and just ran for the phone.
So why did you say someone was assaulting him?
Guess I thought you'd come quicker if I said that.
The guy is lying through what's left of his teeth.
They both are. I think Shane's told Crystal to keep her mouth shut.
If he's not going to make a complaint, just forget about it.
Something's not quite right.
Joe, could you go and get Jack so he can carry on with the readout?
Where is he?
He's out the back cleaning the cars.
There's no harm in us making a few inquiries about the bloke, is there?
We don't get paid to go on wild goose chases.
It's acting on a reasonable suspicion, don't you reckon, boss?
Well, it certainly sounds fishy, but Sergeant Gallagher's right. No complaint has been made.
What about offensive behaviour?
Oh, we can't waste our time investigating every barroom brawl.
8 o'clock in the morning on a deserted racetrack doesn't sound like a drunken argument to me.
It's Sergeant Gallagher's decision.
What do you propose?
Well, the guy's a dog trainer. I'll ask around the track, see if anyone knows anything about him.
Okay, as long as it doesn't take all day.
Joe, come with me, going to the dog track.
It's okay, change of plan. Jack, you just better get on with what you're doing.
Right. Mr. Leo Tappis?
Yeah.
G'day, I'm Senior Constable Ben Stewart, Constable Parish, Mount Thomas Police.
What can I do for you?
Well, they said down the office that you know most of the trainers around town. Wondering if you knew Shane Donnelly.
Yeah, why?
Well, we had a report of an assault against him this morning.
Is he all right?
Yeah, just split his lip.
Jeez, I can't believe anyone would do something like that to him.
Why not?
He's a good bloke. Everyone here at the track really likes him.
No arch enemies around? Anyone hold a grudge?
Not that I know of. Unless it was some unlucky punter put a packet on that dog of his.
Is this Mildura lass?
Yeah, Millie, the only one he's got. She was a terrific dog, too.
Was?
Yeah, well, for a minute there, it looked like he had a bit of a champ, but she lost her form.
What went wrong?
I don't know. He spelled her for a couple of months. She came back, won her first race. And then since then, zilch.
When did she last race?
Night before last, Ballarat, race 4, came in 5th. I don't know why he bothers. I suppose he hasn't got much choice. It's the only thing he's got left. Poor bloke.
What time did you get here this morning, Mr. Tappers?
The name's Leo. And what was yours again?
Parish.
No, I meant your first name.
Constable.
Nice name.
I think he's got the hots for you, Jojo.
Just what I need.
Well done, Sarge, except for the patrol car.
Good. You got another shirt?
Yeah, why?
I think you better go and change.
Well, that's okay. This is water will dry. Back in a tick. Yes, sir, can I help you?
It's okay, Constable Lawson. Yes, sir.
My name's Shane Donnelly. A couple of your officers come out the racetrack this morning.
Yes, and do you want to talk to them?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it's this bloke. I owe a bit of money. I got retrenched in the abattoir about 18 months back, and things have been a little bit tight since. Anyway, I couldn't afford to pay him, and he got a bit impatient.
Why didn't you tell us this morning?
Because my daughter was there.
What, so?
Yeah, well, I don't want
people owe money.
I don't want her to know if she worries.
Who is this man?
Can't tell you that.
Well, it's for your own protection.
Yeah, I'm not on any complaint against him.
Well, it's not a matter of that if he's using standover tactics.
Yeah, well, if you charge him, I'll deny it.
Mr. Donnelly, look, this bloke can't go around bashing people up to recover bad debt. Now, what's his name?
Look, it's all right. It's sorted.
See, what gets me is he wouldn't give us a word of explanation until we started making inquiries about him out at the track.
You think someone told him you're asking questions?
He's got a lot of friends out there.
Well, any theories about why someone would want to bash him?
Well, the only theory we're working on is some disgruntled punter who's lost money on Mildura Lass.
Well, there'd have to be a substantial amount of money involved. And why bet on a dog that's lost form?
Oh, you'd have to be pretty certain that it was going to win.
Some kind of fraud.
Yeah, it could be.
Guys, aren't we letting our imaginations run away with us a bit?
Well, it would explain why Mr. Donnelly suddenly wants to confess all if we have stumbled on something illegal.
Exactly. He thinks if he gives us some cock and bull story, we'll stop asking questions.
It may pay to talk to some bookies.
Bookie. There's only one left in Mount Thomas.
Mr. Fong?
That's right. It's a long story.
Right. We want to find out what you know about a greyhound called Mildura Lass.
Oh, good dog. Yeah, well, at least she used to be. Yeah, she'd be out that box like a shot at my gun. All the other dogs were just left standing there. No, she couldn't run out of sight in a foggy night.
That's good news for you, though, isn't it?
Well, it swings and roundabouts. I mean, there's always somebody who wants to bet on an outsider, just a chance that it might come in. Listen, Ben, I think this is your show, isn't it? That's right. Hey, make that a double scotch, no ice. Thanks, love.
So any big bets in its last race?
I heard some of the bookies at Ballarat were laying off some big bets, yeah. You see, if someone comes along with, say, a couple of grand and they want to put it on at, say, 33 to 1, well, that's a lot of money to pay out if it comes in. So, thank you, love. So what they do is they sort of spread the risk out over several of the bookies.
Nobody's likely to bet that much on a dog that's lost form, are they?
Oh, they do. I took a couple of hundred off a mug punter just the other night.
On Mildura Lass?
Yep.
Well, do you know the punter in question?
I sure do. He's helped to put my kids through uni. Emmy Savage.
Bloke's allowed to make a bet, isn't he? Well, there's no law against that, is there?
No, but there is a law against bashing up the trainer when the dog doesn't win.
I wouldn't do that.
You lost $200 on Shane's dog, Ernie.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough to make a bloke pretty angry, want to lash out, bit of revenge.
Oh, come on, you back an outsider, you take a punt, hey?
So what made you bet so much?
She's a good dog.
But she's had a bad run lately.
Yeah, exactly, she was due for a win.
You knew something, didn't you? You heard something around the track.
Yeah, maybe.
And maybe you were involved in it.
Involved in what?
In fixing the race.
No, I just heard a rumour, that's all.
That Mildura Lass was guaranteed to win?
Yeah, something like that. You hear these things going around. Most of the time it's just crap. But when I was waiting to put a bet on, this bloke in front of me put $50 on the nose.
So you're saying that you bet on Mildura Lass just because some other bloke did?
No, it just got me interested. No, I watched this bloke. He went around to every other bookie putting money on Mildura Lass.
Do you know this punter in question?
No, never seen him before.
Can you describe him?
Oh, I don't know. Medium build, dark hair. Well, I'm no good at describing people. I'd know him if I saw him, but...
Could you get Lawson to file those for me, please?
Certainly.
Alex, how are you?
Not great, Tom. I've got a bit of a problem. Something's been killing my chooks.
Oh, fox?
I don't know. My boy got a glimpse of it. Reckons it's a bit bigger than a fox.
Yeah, this is Sergeant Gallagher. She's just started with us. Alex Freer. Alex runs a chicken farm just outside town.
Right, and you want to make an official complaint, Mr. Freo?
Absolutely.
Against this animal?
Sergeant, this is important. We've had a lot of trouble in the past with feral cats and packs of pet dogs on killing spree. They do a lot of damage.
Okay, Mr. Freo, I'll just take down some details.
Well, he said the guy had dark hair, so rules out Shane Donnelly.
It wouldn't be Shane. I mean, trainers aren't supposed to make bets on their own dogs.
An accomplice?
But how could they be so sure Mildura was going to win?
Joanna, it's obvious you've led a very sheltered life a long way from the track.
See, you've got a good dog, right? Wins every race. It's not going to make you rich.
Well, why not?
Because the prize money, it's peanuts, eh? The only way to make the big money is from the bookies.
You're only going to get short odds if your dog's winning every race.
Right, so you run it dead for a few races and the odds start to go up.
What, using dope?
Millions of ways, right? Look, say you get the odds that you want, say 20 to 30 to 1. Now, you drop a good dog into a race, you make a fortune.
Yeah, except in this dog's last race, it came fifth.
Well, nothing's foolproof.
So you're saying we should search the Donnelly place for drugs?
Oh, you got Buckley's getting a warrant. So far, you've just got some theory, right, and a vague statement from a mug punter.
Joe, he's right.
But we still don't know who bashed Shane Donnelly.
And Shane doesn't want us to know.
If that's the way he feels, just forget it. It's a waste of time.
So someone can go around bashing people up and we do nothing?
Oh, there are more than enough things that need to be followed up without us wasting time on...
Just had a report of gunshots in the paddocks behind the Hennessy place.
Right, Ben, take Joe with you.
Joe, come with me.
Did you say there were gunshots out at Hennessy's?
Yes, why?
Yeah, Alex Freer's chicken farm backs onto the Hennessy place.
Mr. Freer!
That bloody animal's back again. Killed another half a dozen chooks.
It's a bit risky just taking pot shots blindly, though, isn't it?
Well, what do you want me to do? Let the thing roam around, killing as much as it likes?
Did you get a look at it?
Yeah. Had it in my sights, but it took off just as I squeezed the trigger.
Well, did you see what it was?
Yeah. Bloody black mongrel greyhound.
Hello? Sorry to disturb you, Mr. Donnelly. We've just had a report of a black greyhound. It's been killing livestock in the area.
Yeah, wasn't that dog?
No, probably not, but we do have to check.
Sure.
Millie wouldn't do anything like that.
Don't worry, it's just routine. We've got to check on all the dogs in the area that match the description.
Right.
So do you help your dad out with the dog much?
A bit, yeah.
Sounds like she's had a bad run lately.
Millie doesn't care whether she wins or loses. It's Dad that's had the bad run. See, Millie was supposed to give Dad something to do when he lost his job at the abattoirs. Now he cares about his winning.
So you don't like racing?
I just don't like the way some people treat their dogs. Some people even have their dog put down just because it don't do well.
But not you, eh?
So what'd you end up telling your daughter about the man who attacked you?
That was a mistake. Bloke thought I was someone else.
She believed you?
Yeah. Hello, Millie. Hello, girl. Hello. There she is. This is where she's always been.
Yeah, it looks pretty secure. There's no way she could escape from here?
No, no way. I mean, she's a valuable animal. It's an investment, you know, so I'm going to look after her.
Yeah, from what I understand, she hasn't done too well in the last few races.
She'll come good.
Yeah, when? Next race?
Not sure I could say.
I wish you could too. I might put a few bucks on myself.
Well, that's the thing about dog racing, you never can tell.
So she's been in here all day, eh?
Yeah, since we came back from training this morning. About to take her out for an afternoon walk. With the lead on and the muzzle on that.
Yeah. Thanks for your time, Mr. Donnelly. Sorry to have disturbed you.
Okay.
See you, Crystal.
See ya.
Hello.
How'd you go?
I was pretty nervous. How about you?
Well, if he is doping it, I don't think Crystal knows anything about it.
Sarge, we just had a call. What are you doing?
Nothing. Go on.
Yeah, young girl. I want to report a murder.
A murder?
It's her pet bunny.
All right, look, thanks for your help.
Oh, sorry, bad joke.
Very funny. So it was that dog again?
Yeah, sounds like you made a mess out of little Fluffy.
Well, it's not a local dog. There's only 3 black greyhounds registered in the area and they're all accounted for.
All right, you lot, knock off time. I can't justify overtime on the strength of a marauding animal.
Sounds good to me.
You up for a drink, Sarge?
Sorry?
Debrief at the Imperial.
No, but thanks. Yeah, I'm going to get back to the flat, put up some shelves.
Okay. Joe, how about you?
Yeah, I'll see you there.
So I suppose I'll leave you to lock up.
Yep, of course.
Night.
Night. Joe? I was thinking we should rearrange the office a bit.
What for?
Oh, just the layout's not really very efficient.
Oh, well, no, I'm not exactly an expert on feng shui or anything.
Yeah, it's just a bit restrictive. I think we should make the most of what resources we've got.
I suppose so.
So you don't mind if we change the desks around?
Oh, whatever, yeah. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.
Great, yeah. Night.
Night. I mean, I like dogs, but greyhounds, I mean, they look like skinned rats or something.
Oh, they can't help how they look.
Oh, no.
What's that?
Just something I'd rather not meet.
Who spotted you?
Great.
Steward from the dog track?
He's not that bad.
Hey, Joe, why don't you go and have a chat to him?
As if.
No, fair dinkum. You might be able to pick up something about our missing greyhound.
Oh, Judy, you go.
Go on, Joe.
No, go on, do it. I know you want to. Come on.
Go, go.
Things I do for a job. Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, well, I asked around and found out this is where the local cops hang out.
You could always come down to the station.
Yeah, but I couldn't buy you a drink there, could I?
True.
What can I get you?
2 champagne cocktails, please.
Coming right up, I'll bring him over. Another round, Tom?
Yeah, yes, thanks.
Listen, you might want to have a quiet word with Alex Freer. He's in the dining room, rounding up a load of rednecks to hunt down that stray dog.
You don't say.
Okay, so if anyone sights it tomorrow, give a quick phone around. We'll all meet up and hunt the mongrel down.
Fine by me. What's this, Alex? A canine lynch mob?
Just looking after our own, Sergeant Crawdon. Bears lost a lamb this Arvo.
Yeah, and 2 sheep cut up in the barbed wire trying to get away from it.
I understand how serious this is, but I don't want a load of trigger-happy vigilantes wandering around the bush shooting at anything that moves.
Thought you'd be glad of the help. You blokes must have better things to do than chasing round after a stray dog.
We'll have a lot more to do if we have to investigate an accidental shooting. I understand the urgency, but this is a police matter. Leave it to us.
You see, it's my responsibility to check the weight of the dogs, make sure they get into the right allocated boxes, and most importantly of all, check the ear brands.
Ear brands?
Ear brands, little tattoos in their ears for identification in 6 different places.
Right.
Otherwise, it'd be pretty hard to tell one dog from the other, wouldn't it?
I guess it would.
PJ, how are they hanging?
Not bad, Jimmy, not bad.
Good.
There's some big money floating out on a dog at Ballarat the other day.
Yeah, your mob were asking about Mildred Lass.
What's the real story?
I told them what I know. Some guy was betting up big. $2,000, I hear.
You made the bet, Jimmy. I would appreciate your help.
A guy called Marty Walker. And from what I hear, it's not like him to get it wrong.
Yeah, I know the name.
What the press like to call a colourful racing identity. Originally from Sydney. Never mind the thanks. Get us a double scotch, okay?
Why didn't he tell us that?
Oh, well, we go back.
It's starting to look more and more like a scam to me.
It seems that way.
I'll get onto a mate of mine of the racing squad and maybe...
All right.
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Workers. See you, Joe.
Are you going? Hang on. This is...
Leo Tapas, racing steward.
This is Jack Lawson, my fiancé. We should probably really get going, but it has been lovely talking to you anyways tonight, Leo. Thank you so much for the drink.
Look, if you want to stay, have a few more, I'm fine.
No, really, I'm pretty tired, babe. But look, I really should hit sack. Anyway, it has been great to...
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice.
Talk to you. Okay. Ta-da.
Bye.
So what happened to you two last night?
You got engaged.
You got what?
You owe me big time, fella. Talk me into that. I'd say Jack was my fiancé.
Oh,
to get
come
away
on,
from-
he wasn't that bad.
Not bad. He certainly made Jack look attractive.
So, did you get any info out of him?
Put it this way, I'm now a world expert on what it is to be a top race steward.
Yeah, brand new career for you, Joe.
One interesting thing, though, Mildura Lass is entered in a race here this Arvo.
Ah, no, that's interesting.
Where's all my stuff? This isn't mine.
Joe?
What's it all doing here?
I'd say you got a new desk.
Morning.
Morning, Sergeant.
Hey.
Sergeant Gallagher.
Oh, yeah, I moved your stuff over last night. Thought I'd save you the trouble.
Great. How dare she? I had personal papers and things in those drawers. How would she like it if I just went through all her stuff?
I know.
But why did she order me to move my own things yesterday rather than doing it herself when no one else was here? It's just underhanded.
It's not the best way to go about it, I suppose.
Is that one for me?
Yeah, sure.
Is everything okay?
Everything's wonderful.
Can we get on with the readout then? Hey, just in time for readout.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I hope so. Because some mongrels pinched my guitar collection, haven't they? Oh, I want to report it.
Okay, I'll just grab some details.
Hey, Beetle. Hey, you out already?
Yep. Got time off for good behaviour, didn't I, Mr. Hasham? Huh?
I find that hard to believe. Now, what's this about a guitar collection?
Well, they're gone. They're the most beautiful instruments. I get back to my place this morning, they've been stolen.
Right, and they'd be worth about what?
Like about 20 grand's
What
worth.
is it going down in the world? What was the last lot? What, 70, 80 grand?
Yeah, this is legit, Mr. Hasham. Okay?
See, Beetle went down for insurance fraud, but this one's legit. Get the details.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just get your full name and address, please.
Yeah, Trevor McMahon, 19 Trelawney Road. It's NEY, buddy. Yeah, Mount Thomas. Yeah. Tamworth, you know, that's the guy. Talent Scout picks you up there, bingo. You pick up a record contract like that. Bang, like that.
That's so.
Oh, yeah, I go up every year. Well, not the last couple, of course, but I'm going up this year, if you ever find my guitars.
Is there any sign of forced entry?
No. Well, must have picked the lock, eh?
So, was it unlocked when you got home?
No.
So they were considerate enough to lock the place up again when they left?
Yeah, I suppose. Sorry, it's a bit stuffy in here. I've been away for a while. I didn't want to leave the windows open.
In case you got burgled.
Oh.
So you keep a spare key hidden outside anyway?
I wasn't exactly away for the long weekend. I got one spare key. I'll leave it with a mate down the road just in case something happens to the place.
And your mate's name?
Shane Donnelly. Well, you guys know him, do you?
We stopped by the Donnelly place, but there was no one home.
Except the dog.
Look, I'm not even convinced there was even a burg. I mean, Beetle has done this sort of thing before.
What about those photos?
No, he had photos and he had valuation certificates. I guarantee he's already put in an insurance claim.
But it's an official report, so you have to investigate.
Yes, I know. We'll bring Shane in.
Hey, if Shane needed money for that scam, he's probably sold the guitars a long time ago. Do you want us to start checking the second-hand dealers?
Jack can do that. You and Joe better go out looking for that killer dog.
But there's already a team of volunteers out doing that.
And the boss is worried they'll do something stupid. That's why I want you out there with them.
You heard the sergeant.
Come on, Joe.
She's just trying to keep us off the case.
Yeah, what are we supposed to do? Lodge an official complaint? Joe? Police? Don't move. Just put the gun down. Go that way. Cut him off.
Shane Donnelly.
What were you doing out there?
Same as you, I was looking for the dog that killed them chooks.
Why? Because you're a good citizen?
No, because those farmers are going to come after my dog unless something's done about the killer.
Why did you run?
I don't have a licence for the rifle. I meant to hand it in during the last
We'll
ambulance.
worry about the gun later. First, we need to ask you a couple of questions about a burglary at your neighbour's house.
Do you know Trevor McMahon? Goes by the nickname Beetle.
No, I don't think I've ever...
Well, he knows you. He said he gave you a key while he did a stretch, and now he finds that his precious guitars have gone missing.
Beetle gave me the key to his place in case anything happened, but I swear I haven't been near the place since he went to jail.
So you do know Mr. McMahon?
Yeah, I said that.
Seen these guitars of his?
Yeah, he's really proud of them.
What do you reckon they're worth?
20 grand, do you reckon?
What do you reckon?
I don't have a clue.
You know Marty Walker?
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's a bit of a mover and a shaker in the racing game, I believe.
Oh, yeah?
It turns out he lost a couple of grand on your dog the other night.
Yeah, well, what's that got to do with the burglary?
For the tape, Constable Lawson has entered the room.
Well, Mr. McMahon will be pleased. 3 of his guitars have turned up. They were at the local pawnbrokers and they were pawned in your name, Shane.
Look, I never stole them. I only pawned them. Beetle wasn't due out for another couple of months, and I was going to buy them back. You wouldn't have known.
And where were you going to get that money from?
Oh, I don't know. I was desperate. I had to get the money to pay this bloke that I owed.
The one who beat you up?
Yeah.
Whose name is?
Can I have a dunny break?
Interview suspended at 10:20 a.m. for Mr. Donnelly to take a toilet break. Why was he trying to shoot the dog?
Maybe he's a chicken lover.
Doesn't make sense. And why hasn't anyone reported it missing? I mean, greyhounds are valuable dogs.
Well, until they lose. Crystal reckons if a dog isn't winning, they just put it down.
Black greyhound. Shane has to find it before anyone else because it'll be identified as Mildura Lass.
But Mildura Lass is locked up in her kennel. You saw it.
He's got 2 dogs. That's what's happened. The dog out there's a ring-in. It's identical to Mildura Lass, but it's a dud. And he's been using it in the last few races to bump up his odds.
But they've all got ear brands and tattoo things.
Joe, people could copy an ear brand if you paid them enough money.
Well, so where's he keeping it then?
Maybe at Beetle McMahon's place. There was a definite doggy smell.
I've only got one dog. I've only ever had one dog.
So if we take hair samples from Beetle's place, forensic tests will prove they're Millie's, then?
I don't know. It could be anybody's.
But Beetle says he's never had a dog, so how would you explain that?
Well, ask him. It's his house.
Shane, you didn't need the money from the guitars to pay off your debts, did you? You're saving it to put on Mildura Lass.
Yeah, I told you why I hold the guitars.
But if the dog got out and started chasing chooks, everything would have gone like clockwork.
Why didn't you just take the dog out and shoot it? Or is that what you were doing when we found you?
Yeah, I've got nothing to say. Can I go now?
For the tape, Constable Lawson.
Someone's been shot.
Again.
It was an accident. It's just a leg wound.
An ambulance is on its way. Right, who fired the shot?
I did. Just popped up from nowhere.
It's all right, Crystal. It's all right. It's all right.
How's the girl?
Stable. I don't think it was a serious injury.
It was serious for her.
Well, Joe's with her at the hospital. Once the doctors have finished with her, we'll have a chat to her.
What about the father? Has he been informed?
Lawson's out looking for him now.
Tom, is the girl going to be all right?
You think you're lucky stars she is going to be all right?
Yeah, I wanted to apologise.
I warned you this would happen.
How was I to know she was going to pop up in front of the mongrel?
It was an accident.
Just waiting to happen.
What happens now?
Well, PJ, I'll take your statement, I'll read it, and then we'll decide whether or not you'll be charged.
Come on, boys.
I'm going back to the hospital to take that girl's statement.
Joe's already there.
Yeah, well, now that there's been a shooting, things got a lot more serious.
Joe's perfectly
Yeah,
capable of taking
all we
a
have
statement.
up until now is theories. That girl knows what's going on, and I'd like to question her myself, if that's all right with you.
Hey, you're the sergeant.
Are you coming?
What second dog? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, look, we know about your dad's scam, okay? We just need to find the second dog he's been racing before he gets himself in any more trouble.
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, well, I think you do, okay? So, why don't you just tell us the truth?
I'm not going to say anything without me dad here.
You haven't been able to find him yet.
Dad wouldn't do anything wrong.
Sergeant, maybe we should just let her rest.
Of course.
Listen, sorry if I butted in.
No, you're all right. She wasn't about to tell me anything. I'm going to get back to the station and see if Jack's turned up anything. Now that you're finished here, you can both go and help search for Donnelly.
No wonder Crystal clammed up. She's got all the subtlety of a sledgehammer.
She's a sergeant.
Look, I can convince Crystal to talk to me. I'm sure I can.
Now might not be the best time. Our first priority is to find Shane.
Here he is, Marty Walker. Courtesy of my mate at the racing squad.
Photogenic, isn't he?
He's got a consistent MO. They suspect he targets a small trainer. He goes ahead and substitutes the dog, he makes a pile of dough.
Mate, got any advice on how to nab him?
No, they've been trying to get him for years, but no luck.
How are we supposed to?
Unless we can prove there's two dogs with identical ear tags, we won't have a chance.
This bloke looks familiar.
You probably seen him in the park.
No, I've seen him around somewhere recently.
Mr. Squires, yeah, that's him.
Squires, you sure?
He was booked in here.
What do you mean was?
Well, he just checked out. He was booked in for another day, but maybe he didn't like the place or something, I don't know.
Didn't pay by credit card, I suppose.
No, cash.
That figures.
Why, what's up?
A bit of a slippery character, this one, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, I showed that photo to Ernie Savage and he confirmed that Marty Walker was the bloke he saw betting heavily on Mildura Lass at Ballarat.
Well, we can't arrest him for that, nor for booking into a hotel under a false name.
Hi, Sergeant Donnelly. I checked his place, went to Beatles, even went to the steam packet. Nothing.
Might have done a runner.
Well, not with that crystal.
Did you check the dog?
Sorry?
Did you check to see whether Mildura Lass was locked in her kennel?
No, sorry, I didn't think about it.
The race is at 5:30.
Well, you think he's going to go ahead with it?
Well, how else is he going to get the money to keep Marty off his back?
But he knows we're onto him.
He also knows he's entering the real Mildura Lass into the race. I should get onto somebody at the racing board.
No, I've already done it. There's nothing they can do. If the stewards are satisfied it's the right dog, they'll let it race.
So we need to find this ring-in dog. We've only got an hour until the race starts.
Boss, let me talk to Crystal. She went out looking for this dog. She's probably concerned for its safety.
She didn't want to speak before.
No, but I think it might be worth a try.
It can't hurt, I suppose.
If you know all about it, what do you need me for?
So we can find it before one of the farmers shoots it, and so we can stop Millie racing. Your dad's in enough trouble as it is. Whatever you tell us will be helping both your dad and the dog. Might help to find it if we knew what name to call.
Tilly. Sort of a joke. Millie and Tilly, you know, like Heckle and Jekyll.
Where did you get her from?
The man who had Dad bashed found it. Dad was supposed to run her in a few races and then get rid of her. Kill her, bury her in the bush. And if Dad didn't, he would. I couldn't let them do it to her.
So you let her go?
No. I wanted to hide her. Just until Millie had run the race, and it was all over.
But she escaped?
Yeah. She chewed through the leash. It wasn't Dad's fault, though. He's tried so hard, and nobody would give him a job. And when this man came up with the idea, Dad couldn't say no.
Do you know who this man is?
No, Dad just spoke to him on the phone.
Crystal, we need to know where you hid the dog.
I couldn't let them kill her like that. It wasn't her fault.
Where did you hide her before she got out? Would she go back there?
She might.
Hey, this is a place. There's no sign of the dog.
Pity she didn't have a can opener, otherwise she wouldn't have to go after those chooks and rabbits and things.
Very funny.
Been empty for a while.
Yeah, look, is this leading anywhere?
Well, dogs need water. Maybe that's why she escaped. Might go down to the creek bed and have a look for it while the light holds out.
Joe?
Where's Lawson?
I left him searching the creek bed.
If we're going to do this, we're going to have to do it now.
15 minutes to the race.
Do what? What's going on?
We've just heard from PJ at the track. The stewards have verified Mildura Lass's ear tag and cleared it to race.
Is Shane there?
We don't know, but Marty Walker is.
Yeah, but without the other dog, we can't prove anything.
Unless we can find Shane and persuade him to talk.
So there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop the race?
No, I've checked and weighed the dog twice. The papers check out. I verified the ear brands. It's definitely Mildura Lass. What else can I do?
Greyhounds from the parade area now for the Montgomery Estate. Very good crowd has turned up to witness the events today.
That's him, Ben.
Certainly going to be furious on the program.
He's on to us.
Almost on race start time.
Even 20 money, mate. There we are. Thanks, mate.
2,000, Mildura Lass.
I'll take one. 25,000, 1,000, Mildura Lass.
25,000,
263.
Mildura Lass, 263.
Mildura Lass has been out of form of late. And surprisingly, that's some very, very good support indeed. It has been very well tried.
Mr. Donnelly.
Afternoon, officers.
Where are you off to?
Just trying to find a good place to watch the race.
Crystal told us you've been running a dog in place of Mildura Lass.
No way she'd tell you that.
Mr. Donnelly, it's far too late for pretense.
If this race goes ahead, you'll be guilty of conspiracy to defraud.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're saying Crystal's lying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just here to watch the race.
Mr. Donnelly, there's been an accident. Crystal's been shot.
What?
Because she was out trying to track down your second dog, same as you
farmer
were.
took a pot shot.
Well, where is she? Is she all right?
She's at hospital.
I've got to go.
Look, she'll
I've
be
got to go
all
to the
right.
hospital.
Mr. Donnelly, we'll take you there, but first, we've got to get your dog out of this race.
Who's that second dog?
I can't raise Jack on the radio. He must be in a dead spot.
Front row in, thank you.
Moving in the line now.
Joe, any sign of Shane?
We're with him at the moment. I'll talk to you in a minute.
You seen Marty Walker this afternoon?
I told you I don't know who he is.
You have to help us. Tell us everything that you know.
Look, we know how the scam works, Shane. How far are you going to take this? Crystal has already been shot trying to cover your tracks.
Didn't mean for her to get involved in this.
Well on.
What do you want me to do?
Slow rowing, all set. Racing.
Can you identify Marty Walker?
I never saw him. I only spoke to him on the phone.
You got a contact number?
Going up towards the lead, followed then by Fairly Durban. As they race down the back straight of the way, double goes to Queen Freely. Duramassic going for the run, double goes to Freely. Duramassic going fast on the outside. Here we go, double goes to Freely, followed quick.
Leo, we need to talk.
Duramassic coming very, very fast, and then Duramassic up to going to the side of Duramassic going great, does the win for race. And the Fairly going well, looks like good form reversal. Duramassic has won the outside of state. Second place is winning himself. Double goes to Queen Freely, followed by Buddy Bacon. And, well, that was Red 4 and also Red Wombat. Great finish to the feature race, the man Thomas State.
No, they haven't put up all clear yet, mate.
Duramax, the winner, number 8, a very, very well tried by Duramax. Has been out of form, certainly out of form. The latest been a huge form reversal. The punters were certainly well suited with the start. It's come in for an avalanche support.
Hello.
In the betting ring.
Hello, Mr. Walker.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an announcement from the stewards.
Where's Mr. Squires?
What is this? Marty Walker, you're under arrest for conspiracy to defraud the betting public.
The Mount Thomas stake has been declared a no race.
That's a pity.
Do you want me to hold on to this for evidence?
That's a very generous offer, but I think it'd be safer in our hands.
You better have a pretty good explanation for all this.
Don't worry. I'll think of one.
Talk about Mr. Cool.
Did he admit anything? No, not a thing.
Turns out Shane did try to ring Marty the other day before the race at Ballarat, but there was a mix-up. See, Shane thought he could get better odds if he lost one more race.
Problem was Marty never got the message and lost $2,000.
Which is why he sent the heavies in to lean on Shane.
None of which we can prove.
He set up the whole scam and he's going to walk.
Well, there's nothing else we can do at this stage.
What about the statements from Crystal and Shane?
Well, they've never actually met Marty face to face.
Well, Shane had his mobile number.
It doesn't stand up as evidence.
No, he's played it well. I mean, there's no evidence there was even a scam.
Yes, there is. Found her down by the dam behind Hopgood's. I was right, she was looking for water.
Which dog is this?
This is Tilly. This is the dud dog.
Oh, don't listen to her, Tilly.
So we might just have a case against Marty Walker after all.
We may. Just.
Will Dad have to go to jail?
That's not up to us, I'm afraid. It'll be handed over to Organised Crime Squad. We'll certainly put a word in for him, though.
It's my own fault. Thanks. Hey, come on, sweetheart. It'll be all right. You can go stay with your Aunt Meg. She won't mind having the dogs. Actually, we're wondering if there was something we could do about keeping Tilly.
Well, for the time being, she's evidence, and after that, I couldn't really say.
They'll put her down, won't they? For killing livestock?
Not necessarily. You might be able to adopt her as a pet.
You'll still be responsible for paying fines and damages, though.
Yeah, well, that won't stop us. We'll find the money somehow.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to come down to the station now, Mr. Donnelly.
Sure. See you soon, love.
Yep.
Hey,
I know.
don't you worry about anything.
Mr. Donnelly, you've been bailed on your own undertaking to appear at St David's Magistrates Court on June 9th.
Yeah, Beetle, can we help you?
Sign here.
Yeah, it's about my guitars. I'd like to drop the charges, actually.
And why is that?
Well, it's my memory. It's gone. It's gone. See, I actually told Shane he could borrow them if he wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not sure I believe you.
No, it's true. Look, he's in enough trouble as it is. I got my guitars back, so there's no harm done, is there, eh?
All right, we'll bear it in mind.
I took Millie home. Gave her food.
Thanks, mate. Am I free to go?
Yes.
Well, that's good news. Shane's in enough trouble as it is.
Well, he did break the law.
Oh, come on.
Look, we've spent the better part of 2 days, and goodness knows how many man-hours, chasing after Shane and that dog of his. You want to just slap him on the wrist and send him home?
He's already facing conspiracy charges. Now, he'll probably be banned from racetracks for the next 5 or 10 years. Racing's his life. Don't you think that's punishment enough?
Our job is just to catch the crooks and get the evidence.
Not exactly big on compassion, is she?
Sarge,
What? Why won't it froth?
looks like you've run out of steam there. Might have to start again.
Forget it. Fancy a short black?
Yeah, sure. You ready for readout?
I think we better make a new start next week.
Oh, come on, everyone's waiting for you.
So, we're going to do this readout or what?
Why not?